Morning, Dan. It is Thursday morning. September the 11th or something. I am just heading out on a road trip. I'm heading down today to Henderson, Kentucky. That's my stop for today, which should be about 10 hours of driving, so let's say 11 and a half hours all told. My plan is at every rest stop to stop, get out, walk around a little bit and stretch. So I just left. It's 4:10 in the morning. My goal was to leave at 4. I left at 3:59 and then forgot something, and so it ended up actually pulling out of my neighborhood at 4:01. So I don't know if you can see the river, and it's just starting to get light over the hills, over the bluffs, over the river. I'm heading to La Crosse right now on Highway 61. And so my plan is to drive directly to the YMCA in Henderson and work out, and then go get some dinner, go to the hotel, probably go right to sleep, even though there's a World Cup game on, but I think it's a late game, late-ish tonight, I don't remember, because then I want to get up tomorrow morning and be on the road by 4, primarily because I want to get through Nashville before it turns into a CF, and that will put me with the hour change, put me into Rome, Georgia, to see Marty by about 11 Eastern time. We're going to have lunch. Hopefully I'll get to see where he works, spend a couple hours with him, and then on to Teresa's. I'll be getting there mid-afternoon tomorrow. The U.S. and Paraguay play tomorrow night, so I hope to watch that game at Teresa's house. Since probably that would be the only place I'll stay this whole trip that actually has Fox that I can watch the game. So anyway, I'll watch that game, and then while down at Dad's, I'll probably go to a bar or something and watch the second U.S. game. So that's my master plan. And then I'll grab Greg. He should be at Teresa's tomorrow, or tonight actually, so that tomorrow when I get there, he'll be there. We'll spend the day, and then Saturday morning we'll leave for, first we'll go to Stylesboro Biscuits. I don't know if you can see my shirt. It says Stylesboro Biscuits, so I already got my uniform on. So we'll go to the biscuit place, get biscuits, and then we'll head to Tallahassee, and we'll be down there for a week. My goal for this trip is to get the garage so that it's functional. Sell stuff, throw stuff away, give stuff away, get one of the garage doors fixed. The spring has sprung. I think my dad managed to just not kill himself several years ago when that happened. So anyway, hopefully he'll get that. That'll get fixed. And he will be able to park his car in the garage again. Now, the real question is, should he park his car in the garage? Because it's a big car, and it's not that big of a garage. Yeah, that might lead to a few dings and dents. Other than that, when I'm down in Tallahassee, I do plan on swimming, hopefully at least 3 times. I do not want to get out of swim shape Yesterday was golf league. Mike and I went out and played our usual, 12, 13, 14 holes before we started. And there were supposed to be hellacious storms that had been called for all week, for a week for yesterday. And they really never came to fruition until finally about 2 o'clock, maybe 1:30, it rained really hard for about 10, 15 minutes. That was it. And then it was supposed to be, cloudy, but partly cloudy, but clear, with your storm watch for the rest of the day. So we get over to Triple O. Everything's fine. We're playing. And then the weird thing was, the weather looked like it was coming in from the west, but the wind was coming in from the east, which is always interesting. Which is definitely a sign of that sort of, that particular type of thunderstorm. Mike's like, I think it's going to rain. It's like, I don't know, man. The wind's blowing from that way. And then I looked at my phone and it's like, ew, it's really supposed to rain. So no sooner did we start our match than a couple of drops started to fall. And we were on the first hole, which is a par 5. Mike hits this incredible drive right down the middle. He hits an awesome second shot. And then he hits an approach to 20 feet, and he makes the putt for a birdie. By the time he makes the putt, it's raining hard. And by the time we get back to the cart and get to the next hole, it is downpouring. So we make a collective decision with the other team, Brooke and Al, to go ahead and just head in to the clubhouse. And by the time we got there, the horns went off to call everybody in, because there definitely was electrical activity as well. I mean, you could hear the thunder. I never saw the lightning, but we just loaded our clubs up in the car and we left, which is really too bad, because that was the best start to a round we've ever had. So anyway, it's we were anyway, it was too bad. And then next week I'm going to miss. Matt's going to sub for me. But anyway, we got into the car, and as we were driving home, it started raining so hard and blowing so hard that I could only go about 30 miles an hour with my hazard lights on and my windshield wipers going crazy high. And then it blew through. Like 10 minutes later or 5 minutes later, it was done. And there were tree limbs all over the roadway. So it must have been some severe straight line winds. I mean, it definitely was some severe straight line winds. But I was dodging tree limbs all the way back to the Minnesota side. So anyway, that was my yesterday. You know what I'm doing today? I am just merging onto I-90 right now. And I will be on this until I hit Rockford, Illinois. I'll take I-39 south, and then I'll pick up I can't remember where my next turn is. I pick up like 78, 74, and I head over to Champaign-Urbana, and then 58, which takes me all the way down to Kentucky, and eventually I hit I-24, then I-75 south, to Atlanta. Anyway, that's my my day. As I said, will end in Henderson, Kentucky. No Ville on that. And that's my story, man. And I'm sticking to it.